everybody. Thought I'd reach out to you guys to talk a little bit about racing watches and why you need one. Sorry for the audio because it's raining out here in Miami right now at the time of shooting. So on the topic of sailing watches, there's a lot of opinions, but everyone agrees that you need one to go racing. It's just honestly one of the most important things that you can have. You don't need a fancy one like this. You can get an analog watch or a regular watch as long as it has the timer function. I suggest getting a waterproof watch for obvious reasons, but that's besides the point. When you're talking about timing the starting line, there are three things to keep in mind. Number one, you have to take into account your acceleration. Number two, you have to take into account the conditions. That's very important. And number three, you really want to make sure that when you are approaching the line, you already have a game plan set. Because the thing is that although a watch is very crucial to timing your start and having a good start, it really doesn't matter how well you're able to read your watch if you're trying to come up with things on the fly. These kinds of racing watches are really nice because they have built-in timer functions for 5 minutes, 3 minute, and custom time starts. This is another good option from Ronstan, the analog sailing watch. As a built-in 5-minute countdown and chronograph. Now it's still raining, so we're gonna go ahead and cut back to the studio.
The whole point of having a watch is actually quite simple. You need to track the function of your time and distance to tell you your speed and other variables that you're going to need for your sailboat race. If you're not racing, you need to know what time you need to go back to the dock. So right here I have a racing watch, an analog watch, a smart watch, and a digital watch. All these four have the same functions and are waterproof and pretty durable. Which type of watch you should have out on the water really depends up to you and your budget. If you're going racing, honestly, you can't beat a cheap digital watch like this. Super tough, super durable. I've had this one for many years now. You can also do the smartwatch thing. These things are great if you're a techie and you usually use one and you want to be able to use your phone while you go sailing. If you're super old school, you can use an analog watch like this. It still has a chronograph function, which is a timer, but honestly the best route in my opinion is a racing specific watch. This thing has so many functions that are super useful in racing that you honestly can't beat it.
So when it comes time to timing the starting line, I think it's really important for you guys to remember that you have to take into account the acceleration of the boat at any time. You have to take into account the conditions of the day. Your boat is going to behave differently if you're racing in 20 knots versus 5. And things are going to be moving a lot faster, so time is going to be measured a little bit differently. When you're looking at your watch, just remember what you're doing is you're using that countdown to measure yourself towards your plan. You need to be telling yourself, okay, I need this much time to go from here to there. I need this much time to set up. I need this much time to defend. I need this much time to accelerate in order to get off of the line.
Thanks for Ronstan USA for sending over the watch. We're definitely going to be rocking it for a long-term review. So we're going to come back to the watch in a later video and tell you how it went. We've had this Ronstan timer watch for some time now, and it's been a really great service. It's a PRO out on Opti courses. The last one that I did with it was the Miami Sailing Week. So that about wraps it up for this video. Hopefully you guys liked it. And remember to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. This has been Alberto. See you next time. What I have to do, you see this, the lengths I go through, like and subscribe.